My name is Tammy, for those of you who don't know me, and welcome to this episode of Tuesday's Enlightenment. Sorry, my hair is sticking to my neck. In which we're going to talk a little bit about essential oils. We're not going to do like a super deep dive or anything. And I get a lot of questions asked, especially when I do live events. For those of you who don't know, I run a metaphysical shop. I don't have a brick and mortar. Currently, it's just primarily online, and I do live events within my local area. So I do sell essential oils, and people come up to me and they'll be like, well, how much is your lavender oil? And I can't remember off the top of my head, and I'll say $33, and they're like, what? And it's like, well, a couple things. I mean, do you realize how much lavender, how much lavender flowers, because they're flowers, they have to press and extract the oil to get into that little bottle? You know, think about it. It's just like no different than orange juice. You know, you ever try to make fresh squeezed orange juice and you squeeze like 3 oranges and you have like just a sip of juice? It's the same way with essential oils, is that's what they do. They press the flowers to get the oil from them. So it takes a lot to press. So, you know, when people freak out over the price, it's like, come on, guys. And then secondly, it's the quality of oil. Now, I'm not advertising for anybody, but I sell Young Living oils, okay? Now, I am a distributor or whatever you call it, but I don't like sign people up, and so I just sell them. And then I make, you know, rollers and sprays for holistic healing for them. But I've tried some other oils. I've tried the other big 2, the one that begins with D, and the other one I think begins with R. And they're good oils. They are, and they're less expensive. But I'll tell you, I have my own experience. The best benefit was from the Young Living oils. Young Living is the most expensive oils out there. And you know what? It is what it is. You get what you pay for. And because if I was just using them for just diffusing just to make my house smell good, I probably would go with a much cheaper oil. But because I really am using them for holistic healing benefits, I'm sticking with my Young Living. So anyway, you know, you get what you pay for with them. So for example, let's talk about like frankincense. For frankincense, for me to buy as a Young Living distributor, it's almost $100. I think maybe for each bottle of oil that I sell, because I don't really up the price too much, you know, I make sure that I get back my cost, but I probably make $1 a bottle. I don't make a lot of money on the oils because they are expensive and people freak out. I had somebody come and they're like, oh, do you have frankincense? And I was like, yes. And they're like, how much is it? And it's a 15 milliliter bottle, which is not big. And I don't have any over on my desk. I sell it for $111. And they were like, and I can get it at Walmart for this. I was like, let me tell you something about buying at Walmart. Most likely the frankincense and lavender oils and stuff like that you're buying at Walmart, especially frankincense. If you're paying like $20 for a bottle of frankincense, it's not authentic, okay? It's probably frankincense essence or fragrance. If it says fragrance, that is basically, they call it natural, whatever, like in foods when they say natural flavorings. There's like, when they say natural flavorings and it's supposed to be lemon, there's no lemon in it. They mix these chemicals together that are natural and to make the lemon flavor. So that's what they do, the same with the oils. They'll make something that smells like frankincense and pass it off as frankincense oil. But if you read it, the fine print, it'll say fragrance. It's not actually frankincense oil. Frankincense oil is going to be expensive. Okay? I mean, essential oil should be expensive anyway. All right, so there's that. So other people, well, I can buy Young Living frankincense on Amazon for $30. Yeah, you probably can, but I'm going to tell you, you know what they do? They can get the caps off to where the seal isn't broken, and they pour like 2/3 of it out, and then they fill it with carrier oil, which is what you do once you get it home. You have to use a carrier oil with it. So you're getting diluted Young Living frankincense. And yeah, you're paying $30 because you're paying for 1/3 of a bottle. You know, if you were paying for the full bottle, you'd be paying, over $100 for. So you need to be really careful of who you buy your essential oils from, okay? Because it's the same thing. Like, I can remember my hairdresser years ago when I lived in Maryland was like, I was like, oh, I just get that at CVS. Oh, you shouldn't buy your stuff there. It's fake. Well, I don't think that the grocery stores and the big box chains can sell like Paul Mitchell fake stuff because it is copyrighted and trademarked. Now, on things like eBay, sure, I think that they take the bottles and they dilute they'll leave like 1/4 of the, say, Paul Mitchell product in there, and they add something else, mix it together, and they pass it off as authentic Paul Mitchell. And they sell it for really cheap. So it's the same thing with essential oils. They do that online. So you got to be really careful of these like eBay and things like that. And a reputable Young Living dealer is prohibited from selling Young Living oils on Etsy, eBay, and Amazon. You could sell them on your website all day long, but you're not supposed to sell them on those third-party sites, so that ought to be a clue right there. Either people are just being little dishonest, or they're being dishonest to Young Living, or they're just out and out dishonest. So my point being with essential oils, especially if you're new to them, they're going to be expensive. That's why you start small. The thing with frankincense is the king of essential oils. I love frankincense. I use it in my full moon bath, but it's not something I'm going to diffuse. Once Ed went to go diffuse it, I said, don't put no frankincense in the diffuser. And it's like, no, that's not what it's for. It's not, you want to put orange essential oil, which is like $20. Yeah, go ahead. But you ain't putting $111 bottle of, I don't care if it's only 10 drops. You're not putting it in the diffuser. No. That is for healing. So again, depending on what you're using it for, if you're just primarily doing diffusing, you can get away with some of the cheaper oils. But if you are using it for any type of healing properties, you get what you pay for. I mean, and even if it is diffusing for like sleep, I still say the Young Living, like, we'll use the chamomile, or I like mixing orange and ginger, and we sometimes use lavender. We'll diffuse those for sleep. Eucalyptus when we're sick. And like I said, I make rollers and sprays, which sometime here in 2024, I will be selling those on my website. I just have to get one of those, the shrink wrap things. So this way when I ship them, they don't leak. But I make some wonderful oils, and it all started for Ed with his thyroid. I made him a blend for his thyroid, and we have ones for headaches and sinuses and muscle aches, and I have like 30 different recipes I make, but I use only the Young Living oils, and they are a big seller at when I do my live events. And I had one lady come up to me with a headache, she gets headaches a lot, and she goes, well, I'll try it. And she came back the next month and she's like, that is the best stuff I've ever used in my life. She goes, sometimes I don't even have to roll it on. She goes, I'll just take a quick sniff of it. And I was like, dude, it works. It's natural. And that's what it cracks me up about, like with natural healing, is whether it's crystals or essential oils or sound or Reiki, they don't want, Big Pharma don't want us to know about these things because they lose money. And yeah, sometimes, yes, there's a time and a place for For medicine, yes. But that's why I said, I always say that holistic healing, natural healing should work in conjunction with medical. You have a headache, you shouldn't just start jamming pills down your throat. Try to go with the least invasive thing first. And I could tell you so many stories about, big pharma. I'll tell you one really quick. I have issues with my spine, especially my neck. And I've had it probably 20 years. They said it's hereditary. And it was really causing me again to go, my hands and my limbs to go numb, my arms. So my doctor's like, okay, well, we're going to send you to a neurologist. So I get there and he looks at the MRI and stuff. And he's like, yeah, we'll schedule surgery. I was like, what? I was like, why can't you do, because I've had the epidurals before, I've had it twice. I said, why can't you do the epidural? Well, it's only a 50-50 shot. Well, I'd rather try that first than have y'all going chopping me open and drilling holes in me and whatever else you're going to do. And so I was like, no. So he's like, all right, well, we'll do this. And if it doesn't work, then come back. So then I go to the pain management doctor who's going to do the epidural. So the first 2 times I have this huge thing about being put under. And I understand there's a time and a place for that. Even when I had carpal tunnel, I had it done local. That's how freaked out I am about being put under. So the other 2 times I had local because it's only like a 2-minute procedure. So the pain management doctor, he was like, well, he goes, no, I won't do it local. You need to be put under. And I was like, it's only a 2-minute thing. Just local and move on. Well, if you ever have to get a colonoscopy, they have to put you under. And I was like, this isn't a colonoscopy. This is a needle in my spine, and I can be awake for it. Local. Well, he kept arguing, so I was like, thank you, no thank you, and I walked out. So I came home, and I was like, all right, I need to make myself a treatment plan. So between Reiki and crystals and sound healing, guess what? Within a month, I was 1,000% better. Haven't had any issues yet, and that was 2 years ago. And guess what? Nobody cut into my dang spine. I used natural healing. The dang neurologist, all he wanted was to cut me open and get money. And the stupid pain management doctor, all he wanted was money, to get more money, I'm sure, to put you under anesthesia than it is to give you local. So sorry, I kind of went off on a tangent there, but I was proving that we have natural remedies and they don't want us to use them. And you know what? Screw them. I am crystals and sound and Reiki, and I'm using what God, the universe, source, spirit, whatever you want to call it, what I was given, what we are given. So anyway, sorry, I went way off on a tangent there. We were talking about oils. So anyway, I'm not trying to convince you to buy oils from me. Yeah, I want you to buy oils from me. Again, I don't make a lot of money off selling the oils, but I'm telling you, you get what you pay for, okay? So just be really careful who you buy from, where you buy from, and what you're buying. If you're getting frankincense for $20, red flag, 5 ways to Sunday, all right? So sorry, this episode went a little long because I had to share with you my little spine story. But with that being said, go live your best life, but do it the natural way. Namaste.